Hello once again, everyone. I'm your host, Ray Shasho. Welcome to another edition of Interviewing the Legends. Well, Martin Barre, the guitarist of Jethro Tull for over 43 years, his sound and playing was a major factor in their success. Album sales have exceeded over 60 million units, and they continue to be played worldwide, representing an important part of classic rock history. Martin's guitar playing has earned him a high level of respect and recognition. He was voted 25th best solo ever in the USA and 20th best solo ever in the UK for his playing on Aqualung. His playing on the album Crest of a Knave earned him a Grammy Award in 1989. Martin has put together a band to play the classic music from the Tull catalog. His band is a total commitment to give the Tull fans and a broader audience the chance to hear tracks not performed for many years. The band includes top musicians from a similar background. More recently, Martin has collaborated with original Tull band members Clive Bunker and Dee Palmer on a tour across America celebrating 50 years of Jethro Tull. Please welcome the legendary longtime guitarist with Jethro Tull, Martin Barre, to Interviewing the Legends. Hello, Martin.
Oh, hi, Ray. Hi. You're quite low in the earphones. If you could possibly turn yourself up, that'd be brilliant.
Okay, yeah, I know I'm on speaker to record this, but I am on full volume right now. So I'll try to get a little closer if I can.
That's okay.
Well, you got a pretty lengthy tour happening here pretty soon. Man, it starts in Austria, right? November 15th.
Yeah, it's our last tour of catching up with everything that got postponed because we were in the States and Canada pretty well straight through from January to the end of June, I think. I can't remember. But amazingly, we only lost 2 shows out of probably 100.
Wow.
And then Europe, but we've actually had to sort of tailor it a bit to make it viable and sort of easier. But yeah, it's good. I think by the time next year comes, we'll be pretty well good to go from where we left off.
I looked at your Facebook page and you had a picture of yourself with 5 huge pieces of luggage. And that was returning from a tour. Now you're going back on tour again. You do carry a lot of luggage with you when you go on a tour, don't you?
Not personally. Excuse me. It's gear. What happens is that we're in and out of America. Over 2 or 3 years, and it just accumulates because you don't want to take it home, and then at the very end you've got this mountain of luggage to get back to the UK, and you just start again. It's like moving house. But I'd like to take a lot more gear with me for stage,
right?
Because I really like the idea of expanding the sounds that we get. So I have keyboards, flutes, clarinets, just things that they're a luxury, but they change the sound, and I'm really interested in putting a lot more into the production. But it's a practical thing. Take as much as I can and do as much as I can with the production.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it, man. I mean, as as you get older too, it's got to get a little harder to travel, and going from one city to another city, back to back. It's not easy. It really isn't.
It's easy once you're doing it, but really the worst part is the admin. And for Europe, it's immense. Carnets manifest, visas, tax,
right,
waivers. It's horrendous, and that wears me down. Because
Yeah, once you're on stage, it's a piece of cake for you because you've done it a million times.
Well, that's where the fun is. That's why you do it.
Right.
I think that, the rest is it's like an iceberg.
Exactly.
What you don't see is the major part of it, but the bit you do see, the performance, is the bit you really enjoy.
Well, I'm assuming you had the same lineup. Dan is still on vocals, correct? Dan Crisp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we have the 4-piece band coming to the States next year.
Good.
But, I might have a guest slot.
Oh, really?
But it won't be a Tull guest. I'm still thinking on my feet because the idea of next year is to have the history of Tull. And again, it's got to be. I'm working at it, but it's got to be a really entertaining show. And I'm not just going to go through the motions. I'm going to give it a lot of thought and a lot of care. So I don't know. I'm not sure of the final format, but it's essentially the building blocks of every tour we do are the 4 of us.
Right.
That are the band.
Well, fantastic! I'm looking forward to that. I really like the acoustic set you do with the 2 girls. They're excellent, man. They are really, really good.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah. It's a big show, and you've got to be frugal, and there's only so much of a budget to go around. So, and I don't want to come back with the same show.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm not sure how and where I'm going to spend the budget, but it'll be good because that's the only way I do it.
I like the version you do of "Can't Find My Way Home." You guys nailed that, and it was cool to hear you do a cover tune as well.
Yeah, it's we do acoustic shows occasionally.
Right.
When we're on the road, and it gives you the opportunity to do a song you really love, and people aren't going to go, oh, they're doing covers now, because it's that sort of an acoustic evening.
Yeah.
Has that sort of laid-back approach, very informal, and you can just sort of throw stuff into the pot and just do songs that you really like and are really fun to play. You've got to be careful. People are very judgmental as to exactly what you play.
Yeah, I myself, I like covers, but I like them done when they're done differently. Not exactly like. Yeah. I like a new twist to them.
There's a fine line,
Right.
You don't want to do it exactly the same, but then you don't want to detract from the quality of the song. And some covers, a cover is great if it enhances a song, but if people hear it and they go, I prefer the original, you've lost. So you've got to be quite careful. You've got to have something to say in order to change it.
Exactly. Well, here's 2 questions. Will you have a new album with unreleased material, maybe some buried Jethro Tull stuff? Is that possible? And will there be a new album with new material?
Yeah, I'm being really, really careful about what I'm going to do next. And I've had a few ideas flying around.
Right.
But time is the problem, and we're talking about June next year, but that's not far off. And we're away till Christmas, and then you're in the new year.
Yep.
And suddenly you haven't got a lot of time. So I'm going to do one project. I've got a few ideas, but what the project will be, I haven't chosen which one. But I want to do another solo album.
Oh, good.
I want the next solo album to be really a big step forward. So that's the most important one. it's too easy for bands to throw a CD together in the studio.
Right.
For the sake of it, and I don't want to do it. I want it to be really special. I've released a lot of CDs over the last sort of 8 years, and but they've got to get better. I want to be really sure of what I'm doing.
Is there any buried Tull music that hasn't never been released that we don't know about? That and is there a way for you to get to it somehow?
Tull music, did you say?
Yeah.
No, as far as I know, everything that exists or existed has been released. I think Ian went through the archives with a fine tooth comb, and I've heard that the tank is dry, that everything's been found that's out there.
It's out there.
Yeah, that's not my department.
Right.
I'm not involved with that.
Yep.
But the set list that I play next year is all down to me, and I've got a whole list of ideas, and it's just picking out the things that are really going to work.
Sure.
Strong. People really want to hear.
Here's a funny short story. Anyway, my cousin went to see you in Annapolis at the Ram's Head Tavern, and she went to see you twice, but you were only there once. She missed you. She went early the day before and got the dates mixed up, so she went over to see you twice. Yeah.
Did she say?
Yeah, she saw you the second day, but she went the first day, and she just got the date mixed up.
There was nobody on at all.
No, nobody was there.
Sometimes you get a nice surprise there, and this would be really cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a shame. Well, it's a nice place to have a night off.
Yeah, exactly. That's my old stomping grounds, by the way. I was a top 40 DJ in Annapolis at WNEV.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great place.
Yeah, it's a cool place.
I go back there just because I like it. It's a small place, but it's absolutely, the atmosphere is just dynamic. It's just great fun to play.
And I'm in Florida now, and you'd come to like the Clearwater, the Largo, Florida area.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm glad you're on our radar, which is great.
Yeah, we're planning Florida dates in November.
Oh, good. Awesome. I'll be there.
Yeah, as we speak.
Yep, I'll be there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm really pleased because Florida and California
Right.
were my weaker markets, but we've sort of built on them, and I think we've turned a corner in both those places, and the last shows we did in Florida were really, really good, and in LA as well. We had an amazing show in LA, and sort of broke the back of it. So I'm really pleased.
But Martin, I just want to tell you, man, you're really the backbone behind Tull, and you always have been. I mean, without you, there's no rock and roll. There's no rock.
Well, good. Yeah, it's I sort of disassociate myself from the brand,
Right.
Because the brand's changing.
Yep.
And I'm no part of it, but I still want to play the music, and
Sure.
it's sort of a natural progression for me. But behind it, I want my own music to come out as well. So I keep saying that I'm going to do one more soul-based tour of music, and then I'm just going to go out and play my own stuff.
Right.
But,
Right.
And I still want to do that, but I need one super strong album, and then I'm going to go back towards playing more solo material. But the Tull, I'm not doing it because I have to.
Right.
Or people are asking me to do it. I'm making a very free choice of what I want to play, and
Yes. Well, I do want to tell you, I did talk to Ian this year. I did a Zoom interview with him, and we were talking about his latest album, the Zealot Gene. I've also had Doen Perry and Peggy. I had Peggy on my show too. Great guy.
Oh, nice. Very good.
Yeah, I do like Peggy a lot. He's a good guy.
We all have something to say.
Yeah, exactly. What was your favorite Tull song to play? I mean, I always loved you in Minstrel in the Gallery because you just wailed on that. Yeah. But what was your favorite?
It's impossible to say because I can sit in the studio and go through 30 songs,
right?
And they're all good to play. I don't really have favourites, because there's just too much material, and
yeah.
I really don't, but then I don't have any favourites of my own material, and I don't have any favourites of other people's material either. So, it's too specific. You can't make a single choice.
Right.
When there's a huge catalogue out there. So, for some reasons, I might like one song, and then it'll change. But, it'll vary. 1 year, I'm changing the songs in the set every tour.
Mm-hmm.
So when we go back to Europe next week, there's 5 different. Even though we haven't played it in these places, I've changed our set with 5 new songs, just so that the band are fresh. I just want to keep them revolving and keep them evolving. It's really important to keep the brain working and keep turning stuff around. So we've got a huge pool of music that we draw from. I mean, we could probably play 4 or 5 hours of music, and from everything we've done over the last 8-10 years.
I think the one big thing,
it's all good stuff.
One huge advantage you have is you're so recognized all over the world, so you can play anywhere, which a lot of bands can't,
Yeah, I don't take anything for granted, It's,
right.
The problem is when you dilute a brand,
mm-hmm.
it's unpredictable, and all you can do is make it as good as you possibly can,
right?
So that you know that when people do come and see you, that they get the best you can do.
Sure.
But it's unpredictable. Sometimes it's down to a name. People will be drawn for different reasons, but nothing's taken for granted. You have to fight for every show, and we do. We have a ridiculously high standard for the band in performance terms, and we push it all the time. It's no good. We don't stand still.
Right.
I want to play everywhere, and I'm lucky that everything we've done has been so positive and successful.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about, there's in one of the interviews, I never heard this before, that you recall the moment of with Jimmy Page that you were worried about losing a guitar solo on Aqualung.
Yeah.
But what happened there? I don't think I've ever heard that story.
Oh, really? It's very well documented. I was doing the solo in Ireland Studios, and Led Zeppelin were recording in the basement. We hadn't seen them.
Uh-huh.
We'd been there over a month. And he obviously had a break in recording and thought he'd come and say hello. But he came into the control room right in the middle of a solo, and I couldn't. I looked up and I thought, well, I'm either going to stop playing and go and say hi, or I'm going to finish the solo. So I literally turned my back. I couldn't. If you drop a note, the solo is gone. It was all live Clive's got a great story that when we played with Hendrix in Scandinavia in '69, it was our first Tull tour with me, and you know, Hendrix was great. You know, he was super friendly and very modest and lovely person. But apparently he was sound checking, and Mitchell, they couldn't find him, and Clive was on the side of the stage. So Jimmy said, beckoned Clive over. He said, "Do you mind doing the sound check?" So Clive actually played with Hendrix.
Very cool. Very cool.
That's it.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I heard this surprised me too, that you actually like bluegrass music. Is that right?
Well, I do, because I love mandolin. Yeah, I really do. It's a very virtuistic style of music.
Right.
You know, I've visited Gatlinburg and you know, the Smokies, and my son lives in Mississippi. My wife's from there, so we sort of, you know, go up into Tennessee and all these various places. But there's some, it's just great music. It's clever, it's exciting, and the playing's phenomenal.
Yep.
And I mean, particularly since I've started playing mandolin a lot more, I've really enjoyed listening to some great players. And we saw Billy Strings. I always get his first name wrong. Joey Strings, Billy Strings.
Okay.
You know them?
Yes, I do.
They played on the Grammys.
Right.
I mean, they're just amazing. Just fantastic. Yeah, you know, but it's just, I just like it as a genre of music. It's fun, and it's exciting, and it's great music.
Yeah, well, like you said, they're great players too. They really are, and
They really are.
and the players in Nashville are incredible. You know, that's why a lot of people end up in Nashville, I think.
Yeah, and you can learn from it. You know, you can learn from everything. I went to see Brooks Farming concerto a few nights ago, and you know, it was just amazing. You know, the virtuosity, and it's just a wonderful thing to behold.
I've always liked the British folk music, which it can be a little similar, I guess. You know, I've had David Cousins on the show, and the Straubs, and of course Steel Eye Span. I love Steel Eye Span. Matty Pryor.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's funny because I'm the opposite. You know, I much prefer American.
Really? I'm the opposite.
And I don't know why. I think English folks are, you know, I have to be careful what I say, but I prefer the particularly Irish. Why? I don't know. I've got to be careful. I can't say anything, but yeah, it's a personal taste. But I just like the playing and like the attitude and the approach. But you know, American bluegrass folk and country. It's just incredible.
I've had the guys on from the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. They were pretty good performers, and they all play like 3 or 4 different instruments too. You know. Yeah. All right, now I got
to. That's what I want to bring into our band. You know, I'd like to change the dynamic. You know, because having 2 guitars and no keyboard, you know, it's a great bass sound. You know, B-A-S-E. but I, you know, I just want to change it. I want to suddenly go in a totally different direction. That's why when we do the acoustic parts of the show, I love it, because it just takes the audience in a totally different space, and I really like dynamics. I really like to change things and swap things around.
I love the acoustics that you guys do, and the girls.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, it is.
We still do it, but Dan obviously sings all of those songs, and it's still good.
Right.
Yeah, the girls were sort of they were pretty good.
They're very talented. Where did you find them? Okay.
And I was doing Back to Steel in a studio which isn't too far away from me in Devon.
Right.
And I asked the engineer, I said, I want some girls' voices on a couple of tracks, and do you know anybody? And he knew the two girls. They came in, I'd never met them before. I sort of sat them down, gave them some vocal parts, and it built from there. That they were so good, I gave them more, and then they came on the road, and yeah, I still see them. They're still working in the UK, and as good as ever.
You know, I think audiences do like when the girls sing the Tull classics, and because it's very different, and guys love it for sure.
Yeah, well, it's nice. They're beautiful songs, and you can change things. It makes it nice to come from a different angle.
Exactly.
It really works well. Really works well. But at the end of it, it does.
Well, you got to change things up. You have to change things. Yeah, you don't want to sound just like. I mean, you can't play Tull classics exactly the way they were on the record, because a tribute band can do that. It's.
Yeah. I'm not too pedantic about things.
Right.
Note for note. If I want to change something, I do. But that's what music is.
Sure.
You use it. You put your own take, your own chemistry, your own ingredients into the pot, and that's what part of a musician is being. It's moving things around a bit.
You want to be creative. That's what you're all about.
Yeah, I think it's writing, arranging. They're all things that are a lot of fun to do.
I had Mark Stein on recently. Vanilla Fudge just put out Vanilla Zeppelin. It's all cover tunes from Zeppelin, and they did they did a marvelous job. Every song is different. It's right. They're the kings of cover songs. Vanilla Fudge.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't have to check that out. Yeah, well, some Led Zeppelin stuff is just wonderful. Yeah, I mean, it's infinite. There's so much stuff out there.
There is. Okay, I got to ask you about this. Your middle name.
Yeah.
Okay, Lancelot, of course, he's a character of, from King Arthur's time. He was one of the greatest knights of the Round Table. Is that where your name came from? And what's the story behind Lancelot?
Yeah, he's my uncle.
Really?
No. Uncle Lancelot. No, my family's French, and it was my dad's name, and I passed it down to my son. His middle name's Lancelot.
Oh, okay.
And, it's just nice to keep a thread of the family
Sure.
going, and the same with my wife's family as well. You want to see the names and the traditions, and it should be a continuous line. But it's a very common French name.
Okay.
It's only unusual in England and America. But things have turned around. When I was at school, it was a burden to have a weird name, but now everybody expects you to have something a little bit unusual. So it's very fashionable.
Right. I saw one concert. I don't know where. It could have been Tampa. I don't know. But they introduced the band, and Ian introduced you as your last name was not Barre, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is how do you actually pronounce your last name? Because we always thought it was Barre.
Yeah, Barre.
It is Barre, because I thought I don't know if he was kidding or what, but he kind of pronounced it almost like a French name.
Oh, Barre.
Right, Barre. Yeah.
It's fine. It could be that in French.
Okay.
Because it had an accent over the U. Yeah, it's anglicised.
Right, I got you.
That a lot of people from Europe came to the States, and some of them had complex surnames, and they just, well, you know, Americanized and,
I got you.
and making them simpler to say, and that's what people do to make life easy.
Right, right.
Sometimes when you're on the phone, spelling your name and your address, you just want to say, I'm Bob Smith.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to spell it anymore.
I know.
It becomes a bit tedious, but it's French from my granddad, and he was a violinist in Paris.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's a sort of a tradition of music somewhere in the family.
Yeah. My family's from Spain, and my grandfather was from Catalonia. Yeah, and they had their own way of speaking, I think, you know, the Catalan language.
Yeah. Spain's a beautiful country. Have you been there?
I've never been there, but we're planning a trip to Europe soon.
Yeah, and it's, you know, there's a sort of touristy part which you need to avoid.
Really?
But it's beautiful towns and traditions and lovely people. It's a very, very lovely place.
What are the places you need to avoid in Spain?
Well, the people where English people go.
Okay.
Beach resorts. English people own it. It's anglicised.
Right.
In a very bad way.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't take much to avoid it. You'll be fine. Yeah, you, as soon as you go inland into the mountains, and you find very, very traditional Spanish towns.
Right.
The food and the people are just absolutely delightful.
Yeah. My sister-in-law's family was also from Galicia, I think. And so I can speak a little Spanish because actually my mother was from, her family was from Spain, but she was born and raised in Cuba. So
okay.
I learned a little bit about, you know, the culture there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you need to go there.
I do need to go there. I agree. And I want to go to France and I want to go to Italy because I love the food.
Yeah. Well, we're playing Italy and Spain next year.
Lucky you, man. You've been to so many. You've been to so many beautiful cities around the world. It's incredible.
Yeah, travels.
Yeah.
It can be part of the pleasure.
Martin, have you written a book yet? An autobiography?
Well, there's one on the go.
Okay, good.
It's a work in progress.
Right.
But yes.
Good. Yeah, you're due for that.
Before my memory goes.
Martin, here's your final question, and I've asked you this before, but I got to ask it again. If you had a Field of Dreams wish, like the movie, to perform or collaborate with anyone from the past or present, who would that be?
Who would it be?
Yep.
I like the great songwriters. I like Neil Young. I like Stevie Winwood, Don Henley.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no musicians I want to play with. I've either heard them play and enjoyed it from a distance.
Right.
I love playing with the guys in my band, and that's sort of exactly what I want from life.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoy playing with other people. But it would be the songwriters, and so Stevie Winwood would be a definite, and but I've Don Henley on drums, and Neil Young can play the guitar.
Well, why don't you invite them all on your next album?
Yeah, well, I'll ask him over.
Yeah, exactly. You
Fly
should.
him over.
I know they play for you. I don't see why not.
Well, I've met one of them.
Well, one guy I know who's been kind of a favorite of yours was Leslie West, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I played on his tribute album, which I enjoyed doing, but then I got a copy of it, and it's okay, but there's only one Leslie.
Yeah, I know.
And, in some ways, it's best left alone.
Yeah.
But he was special.
Yeah, he was. He really was. He was a great guitar player. But I think you're an awesome.
Indeed.
I think you're an awesome guitar player, Martin. You're incredible, man. Nobody has had your style ever. You got your own style.
And they don't want it. So I'm still playing every day. I still play at least 1 or 2 hours a day, every day.
Really? 2 hours a day? Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and I want to. It's not a chore.
Yeah.
It's something that I love doing.
Do you have children and grandkids yet?
Yeah, but they one lives in Mississippi,
Right.
The other two live near London. So
It's
we try and do as much as we can.
right.
Essentially, it's a selfish lifestyle and music. I talk to my kids, and the worst thing is them remembering how you were there for things that, in their life.
Right.
And, you never bring that back. It's you could write a rule book, but it'd be very hard to keep the rules. And it's always a compromise. It's a selfish job.
Yeah, I know.
Whether you're aware of it or not.
Yeah.
But they're great. They're all wonderful, and I'm very proud of them. And they've done well, and they're good people, despite me.
Do you have any musicians in the family? I mean, in the children?
No. They like music.
Right.
And that's all I want. I just think everybody has their own thing they want to do in life, and they have to find it.
Yeah.
But I didn't particularly encourage it or discourage it.
Right.
But they share a love of music.
Right.
And it doesn't mean to say you've got to play an instrument to enjoy music and have a love for it.
I want to say special thanks to Eddie Camoli from Hungry Ear Agency for arranging this interview with Martin. More information about Martin Barre, you can go to your website, www.martinbarre.com. You're on Facebook, you're on Instagram. Your concerts are starting very soon. You're finishing the 50th anniversary shows, and then you go into a different mode, kind of, right? The let's see, what is it? Is it the brief history? The brief history.
A new set list.
A new set list,
That's my
right?
mantra.
Yeah. I'm looking at your dates now, man. It's a pretty long, lengthy. I got the end coming at in June of 2023 in Atlantic City, and you probably got more shows after that. Who knows?
Yeah, well, we've got a month in South America.
Wow.
That hasn't been announced yet, and then, as I say, Italian tour, Spanish tour.
Right.
Yep, there'll be more on the, and then we're looking at 2024.
Incredible, man.
Booking dates that far ahead now.
That's amazing, Martin. Good luck with the tour, man. Don't wear yourself out. Get some rest if you can.
No reason to keep going.
It's amazing. You look. Hey,
I know I've got a gig in 2024. I need to make sure I'm there.
By the way, do you still jog? Are you still a runner?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why you're in great shape.
Well, I'm trying to keep there.
Yeah.
That's my passion. Yeah, I'm still hanging in.
How about marathons? Are you doing marathons?
No,
No?
my body wouldn't. It would be a negative thing on my body at my age. But no, I'm just happy to. I'm like a sightseer.
Right.
I get to a town and I go
Well, sightseeing takes a lot out of you.
It pays back in spades.
Right.
You get so much back from it. It's never a chore to do that. It's a great hobby and a great sport.
Yeah. Well, you look great, man. My next interview, just so you know, following you is going to be Kenny Jones, the great drummer from.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Yeah.
From Faces
great history.
And Small Faces. I'll tell him you said hello.
Please do.
I will.
All right.
Thank you, Martin, for being on the show. Good to talk to you again, man. Take care.
Hello?
Yep.
Thanks for, I will. Thank you, Ray.
All right. Thank you so much. Good luck, man.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye.